In this video I'm going to show you how to set up and run a React project. You'll need node.js to install React, so I'll go through the install of node.js quickly. So the first thing I'm going to do is open the web browser. I'm going to use Google Chrome. Type in the search node.js and then go to the website. It should be the first link. Click the Get Node.js button. Click the Windows Installer button. Open up the node installer. So all you have to do is press the next and install buttons through the steps. Next, accept the terms, click next, 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 install, and finally click the finish button. Back on Google, search for React. It should be the first website, so click on the link. On the React website, click the Learn React button. On the left hand menu, click the installation link. Next, click on the Build a React App from Scratch link. Scroll down to the section that's titled Step 1 Install a Build Tool. And you want to go with the first option, which is Vite, because it's the most popular option. So in the code block, copy that command by clicking the copy link in the corner. Now we need to go to the command prompt app. You can do that by clicking the start button at the bottom. Type in the search CMD. Left click on the open option. Right click in command prompt to paste the command. And then press the enter key to run that command. You will get a question asking OK to proceed. Hit the enter key, say yes. So once that command is finished running, you'll have a React project folder called my-app, which was what the name of that project was when we copied that code command. The next step will be to close the command prompt and open up Visual Studio Code. So double click the Visual Studio Code icon. So once Visual Studio Code is opened, click on the open folder link on the start page, or you can click the file and open folder option here. Go to your user folder and then left click once on the my-app folder and then click the select folder button. And the React project will load up and you can see all the files and folders for that React project. So if I open up the src folder, these are the files that we will use to code React. So the next thing to do will be to open up the terminal in Visual Studio Code. So you can do that by clicking on View and then select the terminal option. So by default PowerShell will be used for the terminal. Click the arrow by the plus icon and then click command prompt. We need to use command prompt because Node.js won't work with PowerShell. Type in npm space install and then hit the enter key to install the node dependencies. So after that command is finished running, you will notice node_modules folder, which has all the libraries that we need for React. The next step will be to run the React project, so you can do that by typing in npm space run space dev and hit the enter key. You'll be shown a URL to access the React app in the browser. Hold down the left control key and then left click on the link and that will open up in the browser and the React app will be running in the browser. There's some interactivity here, so if I click the button I can increment the count. So now I'm going to show you how you can update the React project. So back on Visual Studio Code, open up the src folder. Click the app.jsx file. So go to the line of code that shows edit src/app.jsx. So I'm going to add some text here. I'm going to type in "this is my brand new React app." So hold down the control key and then press S to save the file. If you go back to the React app on the browser, you can see the text change we made is showing up on the app. Because of that command we're running in the terminal, whenever we make changes to the React code, you'll see the changes automatically apply on the browser. So one last thing I want to cover, back on the page where we got the commands to create the React project. If you scroll down, until you get to step 2, build common application patterns. So when you're ready to add a router, I'd recommend using React Router. And also when you want to look into data fetching, such as connecting to an API, I would recommend you use React Query. Leave a comment below if you have any queries or any issues, and thanks for watching.